What's up guys, VirePrepV here, and today I am showing you guys the Flightone RevoltOSD. It has been out for a little while, but I actually wanted to try it out. This is actually going to be going on, if you remember this one, this is the Source 2 frame where I put the Strix F10 on it, and I just could not get it to fly right, and I didn't like how it was flying. So I wanted to go ahead and try something different, and we went ahead and I got one of these Flightone RevoltOSDs, and I haven't never flown a Flightone quad yet, so this will be my first one, and I'll be doing a flight with it and everything else on the channel, kind of tell you what my thoughts are, since I've been flying beta flight since I have started using flying FPV. So let's go ahead and wire this thing up, and it's pretty easy actually, because these Flightone, they actually come with a whole bunch of these harnesses, and one's for like the VTX, one's for the camera, and then the VTX one's really cool because I cut it off already, and I already soldered it up. But on the other end of this, if you had like a standard Unify, it would just plug right into the harness because it had a harness for the Unify on it. So soldering is actually really minimal on this board, so that's really one big benefit. And I think that's probably what Flightone going for, is really easy setup, really easy setting up on their on their configurator and everything. So let's go ahead and put this on here, and we'll go from there. I'll probably be making a couple videos, probably have this one just wiring up the RevoltOSD, and then I want to do another one probably with just a setup. I've seen some videos on it. I've seen other YouTubers do it. It looks pretty stinking easy, but I could do a video on it since I've never covered it before, and then we'll go ahead and do a flight, and I'll tell you what my thoughts are on it as well. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is start with taking one of the harnesses that I plug in, and there is wiring diagram. I'll leave a link that down below. But pretty much what we want to do is this one is for the receiver, or whatever receiver you're going to use. Since I'm using Crossfire, I'm going to connect it to this one. Well, nope, I'm going to connect it to this one right here, and then I have a 401 ESC, which I'm going to have that header right here. And yeah, so we got our USB. And then we have our camera and our VTX that should go here. And then that's pretty much it. I think there's some other pins on here, other cables for LEDs, and also looks like a GPS of some sorts on the bottom. But let's go ahead. I'm going to plug this sucker in. Well, I'm not going to plug it in yet. I just want to make sure it's which way it goes. And then this is my Crossfire receiver I have right there. So let me go ahead and wire this up, and I'll be right back. All right, so I got my heat gun, and finally, this is what I found. And so you just go ahead and just kind of bring it over the UFL, and you just make sure it doesn't go over there too much. And just heat shrink it on there. I would like to, and then you kind of pinch the sides, so it kind of does that, and you're good. I would have liked it a little more this way, that's why I left it long, but it's not going to go anywhere, so it's good. All right, before we go ahead and mount the flight controller onto the quad and start connecting everything, one quick thing we have to go ahead and do on the bottom of the board. We do have all these soldering pads down here. Now you'll notice these little pads right here. We have the bridge where it says TX1 and normal, and then it's also inverted. So if you're using like an inverted protocol of some sorts, you want to go ahead and use the inverted pad and bridge that. And then on this side too, you also need to hit normal as well, since we're using a Crossfire receiver and nothing's inverted. And this is for, I believe, if I can, I'll have to take it really quick. This is for TX4. So we're going to go ahead and just do normal there, and then normal there, and we should be good to go. You just put like a little solder blob on there, and that's pretty much all it is. And yeah, so that's all you have to do. Real quick, real simple. So we'll start connecting everything now. So the only thing left to do now is to go ahead and put the flight controller on. And I believe it goes this way with the USB to the left. Well, yeah, this is the front. So I'll go to the left. It's supposed to be arrows, but I don't see any arrows on this one at all. No, unless I'm missing it. But I know it goes that way. So I'll go ahead and push it down. Like so. Like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do, it's pretty easy. We can go ahead and route our Unify like so. I probably might just put it like right there since it's really flat. Let me just route this underneath the flight controller. I like everything, like the wires kind of hidden. So that's probably what I'll do. Pull this back up. I think it's tight. Wow. All right. So yeah, we're going to put that like so. Route these underneath. Just going to put that there for now. Same thing with this one. This needs to go to the back. That's for the 4-in-1. And we're just going to go ahead and put that sucker right down. Like so. Then I can connect this sucker up. Goes right into that harness. That plug. Yeah, fits there pretty good. Make sure the boot button's facing up. I'll play with this wire later once we get everything all set up. And then I have the 4-in-1 right here. And we're going to plug that right into here. And it's really funny because I have the Strix F10 on here, and it is exactly the same header. So I didn't have to change a single wire, which is awesome. Make sure this is on the right way. You can bend pins if it's not facing the right orientation. Yeah, they're on top. So I got that there. Come on, get in there. Get in there for me. Do I really need these, like some tweezers to get it straight? Guess so. Okay. So that's plugged in and good. Now the only thing left to do is just do the VTX, which I already did that one already, and then the camera, which is the plug for the camera. And let me just take a closer look real quick. And yeah, so the left one's the camera, and the right one's for the VTX. So it's like really awesome with these things. And I think my camera is a, let's see, we are using a, what is this thing called again? Foxeer Predator V3. And I wonder if I can plug this harness into that one. No. So this is a run cam, but probably would just fit right in there because that looks like a run cam harness. So yeah. So let me go ahead and get that one. So this is the harness for the, comes with a couple harnesses when you buy them. So I don't know which one this one is. I think this is the one with the voltage on it. Which I don't use the voltage, I use the OSD. And that's one thing why I've been kind of not doing race flight, because they didn't have OSD, and I was like, I need OSD. And then eventually they have OSD, so now I wanted to kind of try it out. That's another thing too. This one is the harness for that one, and this one has 4. So what one's be one for the VCC? Let's see, video in. Yeah, voltage sensing on this one. I'm just making sure which way it plugs in. Yeah, I don't want that one. There's another harness it comes with. Let's see what this one is. This one is for same one. Same type of harness, but what kind of plugs do we got here? We have a big plug. And this one had a, this one had a Unify. See, it has a Unify adapter on it. So you can plug that right into a Unify if you wanted to. But I'm not using that type. I'm using the, what's it called? The Race V2, the newer one with the solder pads on it and the heatsink. So it doesn't have that thing, it has the MMCX connector on it as well. And I did do this build on this channel. I will leave that down below if you wanted to see what kind of motors. I'm using like the Brother Hobby motors and all that stuff. Other than the flight controller just was not up to par. It was a good build. And I did print this. I actually just printed this like last week. This is one on my printer. It came out pretty nice. Actually really impressed with it. Got this off Thingiverse. Only thing is I really need to work on my supports and how I do that, but I'm still learning how to 3D print, so been doing it for about maybe a year now, so not too bad. But let's get back to it. So I'm plugging this sucker into here, and I'm going to D-pin, so that purple wire, I don't want that, because we don't need to have voltage sensing. So we can take that one out. See, told you this thing was pretty solder free. The only thing I've had to solder so far is just my video transmitter, since it's a different type of video transmitter than they probably expected. And then we're going to go ahead and plug this sucker right into there. And then we have our video transmitter. And I already have that soldered together. I'm telling you, I'm really kind of impressed of how easy it is to set one of these things up. Really am. So I'll plug that sucker in there. And you're pretty much almost done. Besides just routing your wiring and then putting everything together. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess this is pretty much the end of the video. I mean, like I said, these Raceflight Revolts, it is pretty much, especially if I just bought a Unify, like a regular with a harness, I wouldn't have had to do any soldering at all. And I just have a 4-in-1 ESC in there. I have my VTX, I have my camera, I have my receiver right there. Really, really easy. So next step is I'm going to go over to the Flightone configurator and configure it. So let's go ahead and get to that. You'll see that in another video. Just don't want to leave a really super long video. So if you were following along, I will have a playlist. Just go ahead and click on that. If you see something private or something, that means it hasn't came out yet, but it's coming out real soon. I will be leaving a link down to the RevoltOSD in the video description below, and it will be an affiliate link. So if you want to help support the channel, go ahead and do that. But I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.